And then what I want to do now is kind of go over a little bit about the OneView tool that I want to just give a real quick preview of the features and the powerful tool that makes the OneView the cutting edge and the rapid debt reduction software. And so when you register for the OneView tool, you'll have a screen that shows these 6 videos. What they are about 6 to 8 minute tutorials. Like this one, it tells you how to create a spending plan. This one teaches you how to log on to your financial institution and upload your financial data. So that is a most amazing, powerful thing. Most people, when they start to do a budget, they have no idea where to get started. So what you do with this one, you log on to your financial institution, you collect all the data for the last 90 days worth of spending. So you've already spent the money, you can have an idea, okay, this much is going for gas, this much is going for groceries, and this much for going to eating out. You'll already have pretty much a budget that you've already been spending for the last 90 days. And then you will get to tag them. So like you said, you go to your local grocery store. Like one of ours is Smith's. So every time you go to Smith's, they'll be tagged groceries. And then every time, like the Chevrons or the Mavericks or the Sinclairs, you'll tag those for gas. And then, and so on and so forth. So once they've actually been tagged, you can, every time you go to the Smith's from now on, you swipe it, the grocery store is going to automatically put that transaction into your grocery budget. Every time you go to the gas station to gas up for your gasoline, you can swipe your credit card and it's going to automatically go to your gas budget. And so a lot of the manual data entering is not going to take place. It will take, people have taken 45 minutes, and I think somebody stretched out to maybe 5 hours, between 45 minutes max to 5 hours to put together your budget and integrate all that, upload that from your financial institution. And then this one, you'll be able to see this shows where your different financial institutions, and you can have more than one financial institution. That is what I like about this, is you can have more than one financial institution. And this one again shows all your financial data in one location. You don't have to log on here, log on there. At one glance you can say, okay, in my Wells Fargo account I have X amount of dollars. In my credit union account I have this much money. On my American Express card I owe this much money. And so this is all just right there, and so you can kind of see where you're standing at a glance as soon as you log in. And this one is really powerful because I think it gives everyone hope. It shows where they're at financially. It gives you a countdown so that you know that you're not going to die with debt. It's really encouraging and exciting. And then this one is the cool, what I like, this is the most powerful point to the OneView they have. It's called mathematical. We like to call it mathemagical. The mathematical algorithms, what they are the bank uses that against us. It's like, okay, what you do is you enter the date. Your due date is on the 25th of the month. You have 17% interest, and your payment is $83.19. So the bank, they have their closing dates and things like that. And I've heard that throughout, the different financial, I did financial classes and things like that. I did very few. But when I was doing them, they said, well, if you pay on just a different day, then you're going to save a lot of money. And that did not make sense. And I still do not understand how it works, yet the mathematical algorithms is what it does. Is the bank determines, okay, if they pay this on this date, I will be able to collect the most amount of money from you. So what the OneView tool does, it actually reverses that in our favor. So they use that information that's collected to determine, so if it's originally due on the 25th, they say, okay, well, the closing date for this account, and that's why, they give them the America First, say it's America Express credit card, and then, this much money. So they you feed the OneView tool that information, and then it will come back to you saying, okay, pay it on this date, and like I said, that's the to-do list is pay it on this date, and you will literally save. There's some people that save hundreds of dollars, some that save thousands of dollars, and some that save hundreds of thousands of dollars, just because they're reversing the mathematical algorithms in our favor. And then what we have here is, like I said, again, I'm showing you the your banking information, and do not worry about security. Number one, this has to pass at least the security of what your banks do. So any of you that use online banking, then it means you're secure enough and use the online banking, then you can have comfort in knowing that you're just as secure to use this system, because it has to have at least as equal as the bank security does. Not only that, we do not enter if you'll notice on there, there is no account numbers on there, just the name of the financial institution. So that will not be an issue with the security issue, with identity and security issues. And then here we have the budget. Like it says, most people hate the budgets and they're miserable. But like it says, once you log on to onto the OneView tool, log on to your bank, your budget's pretty much already set. Of course, there's going to be tweaking and, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're spending this much money out to eat, and we're really spending this much money in gas, and our phone bills, our power bill's really this high. So that you can adjust it and make some changes, but you can see what you've already spent for the last 90 days. And then also, one thing I love about that is, like it says, it's called a financial GPS. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. This one person, they had about $7,000 because they had everything paid off. The only thing they had not paid off was their mortgage. So they had the $7,000 and they wanted to go buy a toy. I think it was like a 4-wheeler ATV, something to that effect. And he thought, okay, what the heck? We'll just, and the OneView tool actually has a place where you can enter some information, a purchase prior to making it. So they went on there and says, okay, I'm going to, the amount is $7,000, the interest is going to be such and such, and so they entered all the information on there. And then the OneView tool came back and said, if you'll take this $7,000 and put it towards your mortgage, in the next 6 months, you are going to save $26,000 on interest alone. So in reality, all of a sudden this ATV went from $7,000 up to $32,000 to purchase it. So the gentleman chose not to get a $32,000 vehicle, ATV toy at the time. He decided to go ahead and pay down his mortgage and continue to save and purchase that ATV at a later date. Then this other gal, she had, it was $2,000 sitting in a savings account. How many of you know that you get basically nothing for interest in savings account? I think it's like 0.1% or barely 1%. I do know there are other things out there to get a higher interest rate, but your savings account is not a way to be making money on. And so this gal, she had $2,000 sitting in there, gaining maybe 1% interest on her savings account. And she had this other credit card over here with the balance was just a little over $1,500. So the OneView tool says, take your money out of your savings and pay off this credit card, because you are losing a lot of money, hundreds of dollars, obviously several each month, but over the long term, thousands of dollars on this credit card. Get it paid off and get rid of it. And because in reality, once it's paid off, if there was an emergency, she does have a credit card with a $2,000 limit on it. Obviously we don't want to get out of debt, but if there was an emergency, she does have $2,000 sitting there on a card, just like it should have a sitting in her savings account, to be able to go swipe it and use it in an emergency if she needed to. Yet this gal did not. She thought that was the dumbest idea, and so she continued to, hang on to her 1% and dish out her, I think it was like 16.5% interest. So again, like I said, each person, the OneView will only give suggestions, and if you stick with it, it can help you make a huge difference in your finances and save a lot of money. But if you choose not to, then again, they'll just say, well, recalculate, okay, pay it off this way. And then the next one we go into is we have the tabs across the top. And so of course, you can click on the different ones, your cash, your credit card, your loans, and reconciliation, your spending plans. It just kind of, you can go into the different categories. And then we have the next, we've got the credit cards. So again, that just kind of self-explanatory. It gives you a list of all the credit cards, your debt, your balance, the amount paid. So it just kind of gives it how you do there. And this one is all the loans are listed there, and there's additional loans. There's additional tabs for